There has not been a more dominant, complete player. There's nothing he cannot do on the offensive end, like nothing at all.
I mean, he's doing just about everything out there. Out of nowhere, when you think it's a 3-ball. I'm like, oh my God.
On Christmas Day, Nikola Jokic dropped a 56-point triple-double against a playoff defense, and he looked bored doing it. He didn't scream, he didn't flex, he just walked to the bench, grabbed a towel, and sat down. In an era defined by highlights, viral moments, and poster dunks, we have been trained to look for greatness that screams at us. We look for the Giannis run and dunk, the Curry flurry from 30 feet, or the LeBron chase down block. But what if the greatest individual season in NBA history is happening right now, and we are nearly missing it because it doesn't look like greatness at all? What if the most dominant force in modern basketball isn't the fastest, isn't the strongest, and barely jumps over a phone book? When we think of best season ever, our brains default to raw athletic force. We think of 2000 Shaq physically moving human beings out of the way. We think of 2013 LeBron running like a freight train. That is not how Nikola Jokic plays basketball. In fact, he seems to be playing a different sport entirely. He slows the game down while everyone else is trying to speed it up. He doesn't try to overpower defenders. He waits for them to make a mistake. Possession by possession, the entire game begins to revolve around his pace. Watch this clip here. Most centers catch the ball and rush to the rim before the double team comes. Jokic invites the double team. He holds the ball, almost teasing the defense, daring them to send help. The offense flows through this patience. Teammates cut harder because they trust the ball will find them. Defenders hesitate because one wrong step leads to an easy basket. This kind of dominance doesn't scream for attention on Instagram Reels, but it quietly controls everything that happens on the 94 feet of hardwood. If you just glance at the box score, you might miss the anomaly. But when you look at the efficiency, the story changes completely. On a nightly basis, Jokic isn't just putting up 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists. He is doing it while shooting percentages that are usually reserved for guys who only dunk the ball. We are talking about a player with the usage rate of a superstar point guard, the rebounding numbers of a classic center, and the shooting efficiency of a devastating finisher. Think about how insane that combination is. Usually, there is a trade-off. If you pass this much, your scoring usually drops. If you score this much, your efficiency usually dips because you're taking difficult shots. Jokic breaks the trade-off. He is producing near triple-double numbers without ever forcing the issue. His scoring comes naturally within the flow. His rebounds end possessions. His assists create the highest value shots in basketball, layups and open corner threes. This is where the thinking basketball comparison really matters. We need to talk about processing speed. Every NBA possession presents a complex geometric problem for the defense to solve. Most players solve one problem at a time. Is my man open? No. Okay, is the lane open? No. Jokic solves the entire geometry of the court instantly. Watch his eyes in this sequence. Before the catch, he has already scanned the floor. He knows the low man on the weak side is cheating over. He knows his corner shooter is about to lift. If a defender steps 1 foot too high, the pass goes backdoor. If the help comes early, the ball swings to the open shooter. If no help comes, he simply shoots a floater. He doesn't react to defenses. He forces defenses to react to him. Whew. It's mental warfare. He is essentially playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Now, we have to address the elephant in the room. The critics will always say, but what about his defense? You can't have the greatest season ever if you're a liability on defense. Here is the truth. The narrative that Jokic is a bad defender is outdated. It's lazy analysis. Is he a rim protector like Rudy Gobert? No. He isn't going to jump out of the gym to block shots. But look at his defensive positioning. Jokic is elite at disrupting the play before the shot goes up. He has some of the best hands in the league. He is consistently near the top of the NBA in deflections and steals for a center. He uses his feet to cut off angles, preventing the drive from happening in the first place. And, this is a real stat, he is the king of the kickball. It sounds funny, but using his feet to block passing lanes is a legitimate skill that resets the shot clock and ruins the opponent's rhythm. He defends with his brain, not his vertical leap. And the advanced numbers back this up. When he is on the floor, the Nuggets' defensive rating is consistently solid. He isn't a liability, he is a positional savant. This brings us to the clutch gene. Why does Jokic's game actually get better when the pressure spikes in the fourth quarter? Late in games, basketball changes. The pace slows down, the referees swallow their whistles, the spacing tightens. This is where purely athletic stars often struggle because they can't just run past people anymore. But Jokic? He is already playing slow. The game comes down to his speed. He doesn't rush, he doesn't panic, he simply keeps making the correct basketball play. A soft hook shot, a calm kickout. Defenses know the ball will end up in his hands, and they still can't stop the result. This calm isn't just an aesthetic, it is the engine of winning basketball. His teams never panic because their leader never panics. So where does this rank? We are looking at a peak that rivals Larry Bird's 1986 MVP season. Bird was the last forward/big man who dominated the game with passing and shooting efficiency like this. But Jokic is doing it from the center position, which adds a layer of difficulty Bird didn't have to deal with in terms of screening and rim protection duties. We are looking at numbers that rival Wilt Chamberlain. But unlike Wilt, who was chasing stats, Jokic's numbers feel incidental. He would happily score 10 points if it meant his team got easy layups and won the game. This combination, Bird's brain in a center's body with unmatched efficiency, has never existed before. Comparing eras is difficult, but uniqueness matters, and no other season in NBA history blends offensive responsibility, playmaking volume, and shooting efficiency the way this one does. So, is this the best season ever? If greatness means scoring titles alone, maybe not. If greatness means jumping the highest, definitely not. But if greatness means total control of the game, if it means breaking the geometry of basketball, if it means making your teammates better every single possession, then this season belongs in the highest tier basketball has ever seen. Nikola Jokic isn't just redefining what a great center looks like. He's redefining what dominance looks like. And the most unbelievable part? He makes it look like he's just clocking in for another day at the office.